Yo,
Yo, yo.
Yo, yo, yo.
what's good, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back, guys, to another night of Island Boys football talk. It's Tuesday, which means it's awards day, garbage bin, play game ball, and our final wrap up of week 8. We had a Monday night game last night, but
Yep.
all of all the teams played. Philly played, Carolina played, San Fran played. Philly was victorious, San Fran was victorious, and Carolina came up just short. But we'll wrap up week 8 today, give out our awards, and talk about that busy trade deadline that we had today, as we mentioned on the previous show. But we got your boys back. Jizzle is here representing the Philadelphia Eagles. C Money is here. I think he hid behind the camera until he gets it fixed. And you got Shreda in the building representing those Carolina Panthers. So guys, how you doing? How we
Feeling
feeling?
good. Feeling good. Feeling good. 7-0. Undefeated. Moving on strong.
Moving on strong.
Very good.
And
Feel like George Jefferson. Moving on up.
I get into the bed week feeling good.
well, week 8 is basically in the books. I know we talked about our game a bit on Sunday, and then we had the Sunday night, which was the Bills and Packers. I think everybody expected that result.
Yep.
And then we had the Bengals and Browns. Did we expect that result?
Not necessarily. We didn't
Hmm.
expect that. We thought it would have been a more competitive game on the Bengals side, but I mean, it's hard to stop that girl they call Miles Garrett when your offensive line ain't that great. So,
But that team,
but the
I don't
Bronx,
think I
you
don't
you you,
think
you
that
you won't be
team
right.
that team without
Jamar Chase.
Chase is not the same team.
I agree.
Chase is the difference maker. I don't consider T Higgins or
Chase Stone Black.
well no, I don't consider T Higgins or Bard like go to receivers. They're good complementary receivers. But you know when Chase out there you're gonna have to do some stuff and game plan around Chase. See Burrow was tossing some balls up in the air to T Higgins and Bard. That man can't make them catches there. That Jamar Chase. And then as we say, the line didn't protect him enough. But I don't think he had that Bronx team is a talented team on defense. They just never put it together all the time.
That's
You got
true.
some real good players on defense. We know Miles Garrett off the edge. You got Clowney. You got Taki Taki. They ain't had no Denzel Ward. They ain't had Kamara. They ain't had quite a bit of people, but that Bengals offense, it can't turn without Cheese. I don't think it could turn at the way it could turn without Cheese. And you're gonna see it. You're gonna see it because what Chase could do, I don't think T. Higgins could do. They just look good because Chase gets all the attention. And they good number twos and
But
threes. I ain't gonna
no,
lie, but
they no number ones.
yeah, they ain't no number ones. So, but credit to the Bronx. Mm, We thought they were 2 and what? I think they were 2-5. We thought they were out of it. 3-5 now.
3-5 now. I
I
think the
think
Bengals
this.
are 4-4.
Yeah, I think they still got about what 4 weeks until Deshaun comes back.
Right.
Something like that. So they still gotta wait a bit, but that's why you call it AFC not game. What it was 8-0 at halftime. I fell asleep. Then it ended up 32 something.
Mm-hmm. I think they
So
finished the half at 32-13.
you guys would have to tell me about the second half. 'Cause I wasn't there. I was dead asleep.
I
I don't
wasn't
know.
really there.
I mean, the second half it was more of what you call it, garbage time. Garbage time plays being made, and
Mhm.
by the Bengals offense, that was just about it. I mean, I think Nick Chubb had a few touchdown runs in that second half, but that's about it. Just a dominant game by the Bronx defense.
Mhm.
It
Well,
only they could play that every week.
Well, I don't know what that team too inconsistent, boy.
Streaky.
Yeah, but it goes to show you that Nick Chubb is a bad man.
Yeah.
Nick Chubb is a bad man. I thought Kareem Hunt would have gotten traded because he was up for anything, but they kept him. Uh, Amara Cooper was Coop.
Hmm.
So it ain't like
And
they ain't
Miles
players.
Garrett is Miles Garrett.
Yeah, that Bronx team got players every single year. It's just that
Right.
they don't never put it together. So
Right.
we gotta see how it is. But credit to the Bronx. They're not out of it. And the Bengals face my Carolina Panthers on Sunday. Can we get a W? I think so. Well, we'll
Should be
see.
able to with no Jamal Chase.
Yeah, we'll see. As for the Sunday night game, what you guys thought about that?
But you could tell that Green Bay is hampered with not having good receiver talent. You got good quarterback. Aaron Rodgers is gonna make the best out of it, but you could tell that that team is just they can't do it.
Man,
No receiver talent again.
The receivers had good plays still.
Yeah, but that's because of Rodgers. That's because of Rodgers.
you
If
remember
if
at
if if they had a better if they had probably a better number one, then after that you probably would have been a different game. But
sources said that they were in the market for a wide receiver.
wide receiver, right?
They really tried this trade deadline, but it looks like they weren't willing to meet anyone's asking
Right.
price. So now Aaron Rodgers has to deal with a whole season of this.
But that's their fault too as well. They got to deal with that because there were a number of times when they had chances of drafting a wide receiver in the first round. You went ahead, for example, going ahead and drafting John Love when you could have get a first round wide receiver.
Yep.
You could have had a Justin Jefferson. You could have had one of these guys right now that playing well in the NFL. You could have had who else? Maybe you probably could have traded up for a Jamar Chase. I trade up for somebody. I trade up for a Devontae Smith. I trade up for one of them elite receivers out there. But
Well,
you wasted the draft capital.
all that swag Aaron Rodgers used to have with the discount double check and all them things. He need a
God,
double check right now to to get a touchdown. Cause and that Buffalo defense came at him too. They wasn't holding up. And as Shane call him Big Dick Josh, he did his thing.
mhm.
He did his thing.
He only gave me 16 points in fantasy.
He did his thing to get a W. He ain't really asked how much
He
he
ain't
ain't
give
getting
us a
fantasy. Yeah, he ain't asked that. But he did his thing. He did his thing. The Buffalo Bills are forced to be reckoned with. As for the Packers, I don't know. Um, eh, those were the two games that we didn't talk about on Sunday, but week 8 is come to a close. Shane, you got any fun awards heading into your boy of the San Fran? Anything with the trade? I know you guys didn't gain. You guys did your trading earlier before the deadline, but I know you traded away Jeff Wilson. Was
Yeah,
it?
we traded away Jeff Wilson today for a fifth round pick. That's just got too much running backs.
Mm,
We coming off the bye. We can get back Elijah Mitchell. You still got TDP out there. You still got Jason Mason out there. You know what I'm saying? That's five running backs. That were without Jeff Wilson. So we'd have had six running backs.
mm-hmm.
That don't make no sense. So Jeff Wilson is not the style of running back that Kyle Shanahan like. He's a power back, and Kyle like the more speedy, elusive backs.
All purpose back, go
Right.
catch, run the
Yeah.
ball.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I mean, whoever come out for it, then that's going Miami, basically, and that's basically the same system, right? Because McDaniel long there, he ran the offense last year, so I think it's a good fit, and we get another pick, we get extra pick this
Extra
year,
pick, yeah.
2023 fifth round pick. So we stacked at running back. Coming after bye, we should come back at least 85% healthy without the guys on IR, so we can get back Elijah, we get back Eric Armstead. We get back a lot more players, you know what I'm saying? So You had to make room to get him off. We couldn't really take on nobody else unless we were gonna take on a Kana, which like you guys were saying, like we were talking today, really ain't really got no eye poppers out there in probably cut one of our corners, but we're still looking for Vred to come back. Maybe he could last for the rest of the season, just solidify that kind of spot out there for us, along with Charlie Wood. So Travarius Ward.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, I just waiting to see how we come out the bye week. If we come out healthy, we go play the Chargers, we're playing them at home. If we come out with the same speed that we just delivered on the Rams, I can feel a lot better.
I mean, like you see, that Jeff Wilson is gone. We know he's a bruiser.
Yep, he's a
He's a
bruiser.
bruiser, but I think he's gonna make a good 1-2 punch in Miami because they got Mostard. I mean, what that's it, Mostard, right?
Right,
Most
most of
of
that,
it.
yeah.
Right. So Mostard plus Jeff Wilson, that's a good 1-2 punch at the traded Chase Edmonds to Denver. So that's a good 1-2 punch for them. As for you, like you said, the addition of McCaffrey kind of like sealed Jeff Wilson's feet, especially with Elijah Mitchell coming back. It's
Somebody
a,
had to somebody had to go.
exactly. So Jeff Wilson is gone, but your team, like you say, health is the main thing.
Right.
You guys get healthy, then you guys will be good. You got boy week, you could rest this week and get healthy and Fat Niners ready to roll. Got to keep up with the Seahawks because Seahawks are still
Mhm.
in first place. So we'll have to see there. As for Jizzle, he's still rolling undefeated and it don't look like they
We ain't
plan to
slowing down
stop
neither.
no time soon. They got Thursday night clash with
The Titans,
Houston.
Texans.
I'll let Jizzle, I'll let you go there because then we'll let you roll straight into Thursday night's preview one time. As for the Panthers, good effort, but we don't get you get A for effort, but I don't get a win. And like I say, I told Shane that they ain't gonna get rid of that kicker. So said, so done. He's still there. I don't know what his mindset is, but if he could have kicked straight, I'd be saying I first place like Jizzle.
Right.
But unfortunately, we 2-6. But I actually seen a different team than how it was, so I'm excited and like I say, I'm confident that we could beat the Bengals without Jamar Chase. I do believe so. So PJ, they announced PJ is still the starter going forward,
As he should.
but we don't know what will happen as time goes. But he should be the start. He's playing good. Chuba Howard should be back this week, but Dante Foreman is the lead back. DJ Moore's playing great, and based on today's news, the Rams offered 2 first-round picks and probably more. 2 first-round picks and Cam Akers for Brian Bonds, which the Panthers rejected. I think they rejected it because it was a 2024 and 2025 first-round pick. But 2 first-round picks for Brian Bonds, and they said no. Um, we still got to do. They said they want to keep the young core intact. Nah, Brian Bonds, Derek Brown, J.C. Hahn, Jeremy Chin, those guys are the future of the team. So let's keep rolling with it and see what happens. But I'm excited for this week and see what we can do. All right, so that leads us on to Philly with his he beat up Pittsburgh
As
and
they
now
should.
it don't look like he got any more. It just look like the competition getting worse and worse with the Eagles. Cause now they gotta face Houston.
You go better. It's time to dominate again. Let's go. Let's go ahead and Houston and do the same thing that we did against the Steelers this time. Let's dominate for the first 3 quarters and bench our starters in the fourth quarter. Simple as that. We don't need to go in there and try to make it a game and try to um make something out of nothing. You know what I mean? Just go ahead, do what you do. Bomb the ball on the field. Ain't nobody in that Houston team who could stop that passing game or that run game. They ain't got a defensive talent. They ain't got an offensive talent. Defense should dominate as well. So I mean, you should be able to put up at least 30 points, and after by the time halfway through the third quarter, or maybe 3 quarters of a way through the third quarter, you bench your starters, and after bringing the backups, and after we get ready for the next week. That could be a nice little shot by week for the fellas to get more healthier again and march down again. Because I think after that we have I think is the Colts. So, so I mean, like I said before, keep doing what you do. Keep doing what you do. Love what I saw from the offense last this on Sunday. The defense, like what I'm seeing. We just like for the Gannon to what I mean, put up the heat a little bit more. Put some pressure more on these quarterbacks. You know what I mean? Dominate these fellas. Make these fellas have to second think about playing football again. You know what I mean? Make the head coach decide that he gonna bench his quarterback. His quarterback is looking shaky. That's what I want to see. Put fear in that quarterback. That's what you gotta do. Happy that we got Robert Quinn. We should see Robert Quinn a lot more this Thursday as well. Um, Again, I'd like to see Gannon work these defensive weapons he has on the defensive line, whether mix matching and stuff like that, swapping out, put in NASCAR package and stuff. Cornerbacks are playing great. Bradbury is looking like the old Pro Bowl Bradbury. Darius Slay, of course, is looking like the great player that he is. Chauncey Gardner Johnson is looking like the player that he's supposed to be. Marcus Epps is playing up to par. I mean, the linebackers are playing great. I mean, it's not more you can ask for on this team. Coaching staff is coaching well. It's not more you can ask for. But you know what I mean. Let's go ahead into into Houston, dominate this team, walk back up with a victory, rest up, and get ready for the week after.
So, like I said, I don't think it's much competition from Houston.
But
Houston already
exactly,
know what kind of team they got. And
exactly.
they ain't gonna jeopardize
Don't
that.
walk in there and play down to the competition. Let's go in there and
Exactly.
dominate. Let's go in there and dominate. That's what winning teams do. Go in there, dominate, and walk back out. Done.
Yeah,
Finish.
Houston don't want to jeopardize that high pick in the well. They got two picks in the house, so they got a
Right.
high pick for they got two first ones, but I don't think Davis Mills, Brandon Cooks, um, they ain't gonna do much to that Eagles defense. The Texans got a nice little defense, but it ain't enough for
Right.
Philadelphia. So expect you guys to
Dominate.
dominate as usual. But like you see, hopefully you guys don't get a little too careless and play down to your competition.
Oh
But
yeah.
Remember, I
well,
said I think Houston gonna be playing for the upset, and I still think they're gonna give her a little tussle later.
yeah, they gonna play the win.
They're gonna
No,
play
no,
the
they
win.
always
I
gonna
mean,
play this win.
is the NFL, but we are by far a much more talented team that they are.
Yeah, you are.
So if the Texans can, if the Titans can dominate the Texans without a starting quarterback, you understand what I'm saying? If they could dominate the Texans without a starting quarterback, it's no excuse for the Eagles.
Yeah, but that's because they got King Henry.
Yeah, you got King Brown out there. You got King Brown out there. You got King Hearts out there. You got King Smith out there. You got King Goddard out there. You got a King
How much Kings he
line
got,
out
Shane?
there.
But I don't know how much
You
Kings he
got
got on his
King
team.
defensive line out there. You
Then he
got
go
King
there. Then he go
Jack
there.
out
Lose Thursday. He call everybody queens, and we got to get him off the show.
there. You could better. You could better. They'll definitely get it.
I don't
I
understand.
mean, go in
But
there,
we,
dominate. Show the league that you ain't coming to play. Dominate.
but
If you
As Shane was saying Sunday, I don't see which team that can really stop you on that schedule outside of your division games.
Right,
that's what I was saying earlier in the season.
right. Divisional games is always 50-50,
It's
but
not game
Yeah,
will be 50-50, but you should be able to dominate them games still. But at the same time, like I said before, maybe if you want to push it, you could try to go undefeated. You could try to
you
go
could.
undefeated.
You could. It depends on where you at to in that last game, but they, like I said, the league put 18 week scheduling thing to stop people from resting the players on that last week, and that's why they reduce it to only one team gets the bye.
Right.
Cause you ain't want to go there think you're good, rest your team, and you gotta play all the way up to the playoffs when you could have had that bye.
That's true. That's true. So, but the Eagles should have the number one seed wrap up. Probably come by week 16, 17, they should have that number one seed to wrap up. It'd be up to them until if they want to play for the undefeated type record type of thing. If they wanna just play me one half of football for the rest couple of weeks and the rest up and then after get ready for the playoffs.
I was always a fan of. I don't care how far I lead. I would start my starters, and when we get a big lead, I start resting people.
Can do that too, yeah.
I think, but I was a big. I'm not a fan of coming in all your second stringers starting. Nah, 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 nah. Then you're going to the playoffs. Your first stringers are cool. Can't find rhythm no more. What happens?
Harper,
Home run?
2 and home run partner.
especially if you got a boy week.
Exactly. That's 2 games you ain't played in the playoffs. You
Yep.
crazy?
Yeah. But I think next year, he's a smart head coach. I think he'll have the team ready. Again, I like that coach. I mean the way how he has a feel for the game. I can say that he has a feel for the game. With Doug Peterson was a smart coach, but he didn't have a feel for the game. Nick Sirianni and Shane Steichen, those guys have a feel for the game. They understand down and distance and stuff like that. Yeah, they might listen a little bit to analytics and stuff like that, but they go with true football knowledge. That's what I like about this coaching staff. That's what I like.
I think so. I think
Like
the coach.
they have a feel for a game. They have the feel for the game. I mean, even you could see when I fully understood it is when that Dallas game when Lane Johnson was out and it changed up the offense a little bit. They did different things. They didn't keep going with the same old plays they were doing before. You know what I mean? They just changed up a little bit. That's when you know you got a coach that has a feel for the game, has an understanding for the game. That's what I like about Nick Sirianni.
Yeah,
So yeah.
I agree. So wrapping up the week 8 um, schedule here. In our picks, like I was talking, we talk about Sunday. When it come to fruition, me and you tie.
Right.
We tie with 9 picks, I think. Yeah, nine correct.
I should had 8, 7.
She had 8.
Yeah.
She had 8. So Don goes the champ, and me and KG tie from week 8. So we see what
Well,
happens. We see what
if
happens going to week 9.
if Pinhead Row had kicked that thing out, I'd be leading.
He will lead in here.
They're leading you.
But I bet Carolina too.
You bet Carolina too, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you're a non-factor.
Yeah, no.
So
So
go ahead.
that officially leads us to the end of week 8. And like we just said, week 9 starts off with one of our teams on the show,
Hmm.
the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Houston Texans. But before we go into that, we gotta end the week off the right way with the awards. What are we gonna start with first? The game balls or the trash bags?
The trash bag.
Well, I could start it. I said it all. I said Sunday and I said no.
Pinero, the Spanish mosquito.
The Spanish mosquito got to get a trash bag. He got to get it for missing
One of
two.
these, one of these damn weeks, shooting and pick somebody else out of that Carolina Panther to give the trash bag. Yeah.
Shit, you can't for first place. You can't miss the a 48-yard extra point. Okay, but a 32-yarder in a dome, shit, you can't miss it. Shit, you can't miss it. So he got to get it. He got to. Sorry, he got to. So that's my trash bag.
Hmm. My trash bag going to the team that's from the gambling city, the Las Vegas Raiders. You got all this talented offense and defense, new head coach, whatever, everything, and you can't score not 1 point, not even a field goal. You mean I sure the Saints was depleted too as well. And you mean to tell me that you couldn't orchestrate that offense, our game plan against the New Orleans Saints? You know what I mean? To at least score maybe one touchdown, or even I mean on defense, you got what happened to Max Crosby and Chandler Jones? What happened? They were sitting down eating popcorn. I mean, what going on? What's going on with the Oakland Raiders? As they say on countdown. Come on, man. What going on? What going on with Derek Carr? For some reason, I have a feeling it's Josh McDaniels because the Raiders were looking much better last year with John Gruden's offense. For some reason, Josh McDaniels can't do it. I think he should be on the hot seat right about now.
So you think he living up to the hype of being a bus coach?
Yeah, I think he needs to be on the hot seat right about now. You can't tell me you came into that game against the Saints and you couldn't put up a field goal. You put up what 70 something yards of offense, 100 something yards of offense. Alvin Kamara was the only weapon that you had to stop, and you couldn't stop there. He had 9 receptions for 96 yards and what 2 touchdowns, and probably a couple a rushing touchdown. And you had the Red Rifle who can throw back a picks. So you couldn't orchestrate a defense or offense to give your team a victory. Horrible, man. Trash bag. Trash bag.
Let me hear the Shane one now. 'Cause he said he had about a million.
But I had a lot to give out, a lot. I sit down, I think about it, I analyze it, I put in all the factors. That game last night put me to sleep. Shitty kicker just turned my stomach. The Oakland Raiders just made me suck my teeth and vomit. It got a lot to go wrong there. It got a lot to go wrong. But
So who
after
you pick?
careful consideration, the trash bag, we go to the Oakland Raiders. I have to agree with KG.
Mm.
You got all them weapons. All the weapons out there. And you couldn't pass the 50-yard line until the fourth quarter against the
Horrible.
Saints. Against the
Horrible.
Saints. You got Josh Jacobs. You got Waller. You got Devontae Adams.
Hunter Renfro.
You got defense, like KG was saying, and you
Yeah,
can't
I
stop
don't know what's
it.
going on. I don't go.
And the Dalton that that look like when he had get raided by what he named in Arizona. When I had come out last year, keep saying we can't lose to that
Colt
fella.
McCoy.
McCoy. And McCoy coming in right away. I feel so ashamed. We have scored at least. But the Raiders, dude, and I agree, it's like I am blaming the coach. The coaching got to be the problem. When you have that much talent on the field,
Mm-hmm.
you can't score a point is the coaching.
They were 2-6 now, 2-5, 2-6.
Gotta be 2-6.
Horrible. Horrible.
You know, when we came in, when we were doing our outside looking in before the season started, the AFC West had looked to be like the dominating, supposed to be that was gonna be a serious division.
Mm-hmm.
It's a joke, actually. The Chiefs is still the number one team over there, and everybody else is a joke. The
The Chiefs
Chargers
got one. The
poster up
Chiefs
all
got
everything,
other than Chargers, the Chiefs got that one constant.
yeah.
The coach and the quarterback.
So it's like I don't know, but yeah, I agree with KZ. Trash bag of the week goes to Oakland Raiders. Horrible, 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 horrible. And if they don't, they need to hold a players meeting, a coaches meeting, something. But if they don't come out after this midway point of the season and start clicking, because their scheduling hard, they should have actually been able to win 5 of the game. They should have beat the Saints and then win the next 4 coming up. I look at the
Mm-hmm.
schedule, they should. But if you're going against the Saints and putting up a donut, you don't get donuts the rest of the games.
The rest of the game's up in question.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
Up
like
in the air.
I don't know. As a Raider fan, if I was a Raider fan, I don't know what I'd do. I don't know. I don't know if I could have stomach to watch
I was
football.
calling for the coach to get fired. 'Cause
Somebody got
that team
But
ain't come up.
it's stuck in a rock and a hard place because that team built a window. When you got Chandler Jones, Max
Right.
Crosby, the
Exactly.
Waller, and those things, that team, Devontae Adams, that
Right.
team built a window. That team, even saying, "Look, in 4 years, 3 years time, we ready." That team need to win. No, those guys are veterans. They ain't got that time. By the time you ready to win, them gone. So I don't know. Something got to change.
I'm gonna figure it out. Them got to figure it out. 'Cause coming down to the end of the coming down to the final stretch, them got to play the NFC West. Eh? They may start to play the NFC West yet. Them got to play the Rams. Them still got to play we. Them still got to play the Seahawks. Them play the Cardinals. The Cardinals gonna move on them. Them got three of the big guys coming out. The Cardinals is the worst in the division right now. Then you got the Seahawks, the hottest. You got the Rams, who they might be in flux, but you never know when the Rams will catch themselves. And then you got we, who look like we starting to turn the corner.
Mm-hmm.
So that's three more games on the schedule that you might be thinking that's them is three losses.
Hmm.
Well, the easy games that we thought they should have win, they lost. So
Like I said, that's my Bible. You got to win the game. Just them easy games you're supposed to win. If you don't win them games, you're in trouble. That's
Hmm.
my philosophy. That's why I tell like KG and them could go undefeated because they winning the games that they should win. They ain't fluttering on the games that they shouldn't win. Like Houston is a game that you should win. I expect I to win, but I still think Houston give I a little trouble. But I expect I to win that game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're supposed to win them games. If you think that your team is a championship contending team, you should be going there and winning them kind of games.
yeah, and you don't have no break for you don't have no break in that AFC West because as you can see, that's a very competitive division. The Chargers, the Chiefs. I mean, the Broncos ain't performing, but you got no margin for error over there. Every
Hmm.
game that you should win, that you lose, putting your foot on further in the hole. Cause the Chiefs ain't slowing down.
Right.
The Chargers, if they get healthy, they mightn't slow down. So, at what will you be now? The 2-6,
Who that? The
Yeah.
Raiders?
yeah, or 2-5 or something like that.
But them gotta be 2-6 and hold on.
If they had a boy, we get the 2-6.
Them 2-5.
So they had a boy week, so 2-5. So well, that leads us to our game balls for the week. Jizzle, who's your game ball?
I'm gonna give my game ball to the Seattle Seahawks. We all thought, like we said before, we all thought that Seahawks would have been the last team in that division, losing Russell Wilson. But again, they draft well, they coach well, they sign well, they're playing well. Give my game ball to the Seattle Seahawks, first in the NFC West.
Yeah, I should not let you go first. Cause your teeth mines. I was I was gonna get to them. That was a key game there. That was
Key
the
game.
Giants and the
I need to bet.
Seahawks,
Mm-hmm.
and the Seahawks beating the Giants shows that you gotta take the Seahawks serious at after 8 weeks. They're 4-3. You can't. It ain't no more fluke. Those guys are playing football, and you gotta respect what they're doing. So my game ball goes to the Seahawks. Seeing who's your game ball going to?
I can pull a Sheely. I game by going to
CMC?
Kyle Shanahan.
No, get out of CMC, partner.
No, I can give it to Kyle. And the reason why I can give it to Kyle and not CMC is because we were actually losing. Yeah, we were down 14 nothing at one point. And Kyle say, you know what? Let me unleash this beast of a weapon that I just get from my partner. And he unleashed it, and he ain't turn off the gas. He ain't turn off the gas. Kyle Shanahan got a habit that when we get a lead, he like to throttle down. We can go ahead and run the ball 3 times, run the clock down. Next thing you know, the team score a touchdown, we lose. He dropped plays that were attacking the Rams from the time we take the lead to the time that till the time they had the ball. They start to run the ball at 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. The Rams, they gave up. They put out the white flag at 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. That's why you call a beat down, turn your stomach, take the heart out of you. That's what they do. We snatch the heart out of the Rams. And the reason why I still give the ball to catch I had is because I watching some of the other shows and some of the analysts. And one of them analysts came out and said, as he started the show, he said, y'all gonna have to forgive my language. But he don't understand how the NFL, after wrong, and leave Kyle Shanahan and get Christian McCaffrey. So my game,
NFL can't stop it.
by the way, NFL do a lot of weird things, you know.
No man, I couldn't stop that.
They couldn't stop that.
So
But we know um McCaffrey could do. That's the thing. It's
yep,
just that he was too much prioritized in
Carolina, yep,
Carolina, so the offense got too predictable. You know when it was going there.
right.
They see one of my things with Carolina now is that, as I told you guys, it looks more free. It looks freer, the offense. Cause they getting it out, they spreading the ball around. You got Dante Foreman, you still got DJ Moore, but everybody getting a turn now. When McCaffrey was there, they
The
force
McCaffrey
feed
show.
him. Yeah, the McCaffrey show.
You see,
You got
you're looking like the Rams.
Yeah, it's just that ain't gonna work because as good as he is, if you focus down on he, we know what gonna happen. Now the difference is with San Fran now, he can get more freedom because you gotta watch out for Kittle, you gotta watch out for Debo, you gotta watch out for Ayuk, and then he could do what he gotta do. That would see. I like McCaffrey, but I also really happy that he left because this that there would have just it was just killing out our offense and killing out the team because they were just trying to do too much with him. So I ain't gonna lie. But now that he's gone, it looks different. But like you said, San Fran got a new tie, and look at that.
Right? And like I say, this is the first time we come out a lot of formations with 21 personnel. I mean, that's two backs in the backfield, and I believe you're gonna still see that come next week, or not next week, the week after when Elijah Mitchell come back. You're gonna see that two back, that 21 personnel. But this time, what you're gonna have on the left side instead of a tight end, you're gonna have a Debo. So you're gonna have Debo, Ayuk, Kittle, Christian McCaffrey, Elijah Mitchell, or you're gonna get use check Elijah Mitchell or use check Christian McCaffrey. So the defense have to pick the poison. And if you go back, if any of you guys go back and watch any film from a breakdown from Baldy or from Johnny Dell or whoever, and you see how, like you say, Streety, when McCaffrey on the field, people start to target McCaffrey because everybody think that he's the X factor. As soon as they bite down on McCaffrey, you had Ross Dolly running on the field wide open. You had Kittle running up the seam. You got Brendan,
Exactly.
what I'm saying? You got Brendan Ayuk running across the middle of the field. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Jason on the field.
right. It's like, so no, like I was saying, everybody know that when Debo go in the backfield, Debo getting the ball. But now you got Christian McCaffrey and Debo laying up the backfield. What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
You gotta
So
pick your poison, boy. That's the difference because one thing we failed to do in Carolina was use him as a decoy.
right, I was using him as a main, not a D guy.
But the thing was before Matt Rule, we did do that. It's just that from time Matt Rule come, it got too even. Like remember the first year that we had Matt Rule with Bridgewater, we had four players over 1,000 purpose all-purpose yards.
Yeah.
McCaffrey, Robbie Anderson, DJ Moore, Curtis Samuel, and then the next year Donald came and he got injured. But it's like you can't just run him out somewhere and then throw it to him because the defense shifted into that part one time. So what you gonna run him out to the flat like before the snap and think that nobody ain't gonna move out there? The whole defense will move out there.
Mhm.
So at least he ain't, the odds ain't all on he's a major part, but he got balance in that offense. Know that you gotta look all about. And sorry for the Rams. I mean, Jalen Ramsey can't mark everybody.
That's
Right.
true.
So McCaffrey got to do whatever he had to do over Detroit. He passed Detroit, he catch it, and he rush it. And
Yep.
that got to be bunning the Rams because the Rams are trying to get it very badly too.
Triple crown king. And then I mean, even though you look at McCaffrey, still had the three touchdowns. You still had Ayuk who put up good numbers. Kittle still put up good numbers and a touchdown. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it was back. The team clicked, KG.
The
The
team
team
click.
clicked. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? After we make a few adjustments and realize the Rams trying to kill us with this screen game, we made a few adjustments. We clicked. The defense was clicking, the offense was clicking, special teams were clicking. And that's why I like to see when the whole team click, y'all see what the 49ers will do. 31 points up on the Super Bowl champions. If we could put up 30 points a game, nobody ain't gonna beat us because our defense is too stingy. You know what I'm saying? The Chiefs is the only team really get an advantage of us putting up that much points on us, and we still put up a lot of points on the Chiefs too. You just can't keep up with them, man, when you get in a shootout. You can't keep up with these elite quarterbacks when you get in a shootout. We can't keep up with. We ain't gonna be able to keep up with the Bills or the Chiefs if we do that.
Hmm.
We ain't gonna be able to keep up with the Eagles if we do that. You know what I'm saying? We have to put pressure. You know what I'm saying? KG, you're the NFC, so all eyes on you. We gonna have to put pressure on Huts. That's the only way I'm gonna be able to beat Huts. I gotta put that pressure on Huts. Make Huts beat me.
He's sure he can. He's sure he.
Exactly. So, and that's why it comes down so hard on the Vikings today with that trade with a tight end. It's like you is the second best team in the NFC right now, and you gotta trade for a tight end, and you looking at the Eagles. Are you even looking at the Eagles? You already got Dalvin Cook. You already got Justin Jefferson. You already got Adam Thielen. Where the hell you got even another tight end for what?
What
So,
happened is they
so,
played
you
the Eagles. They played
so
the
you tell
Eagles.
me
They played the Eagles and realized that wasn't enough.
so you telling me right now that you want to play shootout with the Eagles? That's what you're telling me.
I think too they did it because their starting
They
Titans are
started
ten
getting
weeks.
players.
Oh Smith just got injured the ankle and he out 8 to 10 weeks. So he's out the door and we'll see what happens there. But Hawkinson, he's all pro.
He
He's not
is.
better than you.
So
There's not a weapon on offense that they
another
have.
weapon on offense. So we'll see what happens with him. They'll only go as far as Kirk Cousins in the house. So
I was gonna bring that up too because I figured them still got Cookie Cup. Cookie Cup is a man.
they're gonna only go as far as Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, Cookie Cup is a man when he get in the playoffs. He'll throw one or two crucial picks there that'll turn your stomach.
He does always light up the regular season.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I think he win like one or two playoff games though.
yeah, because but them interceptions he
They
just
don't
like
leave.
Jimmy. You know, you sitting there waiting for it. It coming soon. You know, so that's all I got on that. But I enjoy football this season. I really am. Um, Even though I wish my team up there with the KG kind of, I wish I had a winning record. I should have been number two in the league in the NFC, then I should say. But I'll take my 24 right now at 500. I'm healthy. I'm getting healthy, and I'm making that. I want to make that push now up there. Come up there and follow up the Eagles right quick.
I don't understand how the Titans let go AJ Brown. How you trade AJ Brown go? I don't understand that.
They didn't want to pay him. That's all.
Shit.
That's all. They don't. It's the same thing they said. What the Lions? See, the Lions wasn't gonna pay
I
Hawkinson.
happy. I happy. I got him. I
So
got him for 4 years. I'll take that shit. That boy's a beast.
Right.
He the catch with his hands. Like
Yep.
big man. Snag that shit.
All right. So we want to get into. I mean, I think I know everybody picking for this week.
Houston,
Ah!
Philly, man. Everybody going Philly.
Everybody going Philly. Who would have thought?
Everybody's going Philly.
What's this? What 2 years? 2 years ago, who would have thought the Eagles would have been undefeated right now? Make another Super Bowl run again. Who would have thought? After finishing the season 4-12, who would have thought? Gotta give credit to Howie Roseman. I cuss him a lot. I gave him a lot bashing, but I give him the credit for putting a team like this together. Gotta give my GM the credit. Gotta give Howie Roseman some credit. Because I didn't think the Eagles would have been in this position right now, having to trade the starting quarterback that you had, that you traded up for, that you gave a bunch of draft capital for, um, making a bunch of mistakes in the draft, drafting the wrong players. Example, of course, you hear me talk about it umpteen times. The Jalen Rager, the J. Sega Whiteside. Who would have thought that the Eagles would have been here after 2 years of finishing the season 4-12, and after trading your backup quarterback? I mean, trading your franchise quarterback and getting rid of your Super Bowl winning head coach. So you gotta give Harry Roseman some credit. Gotta give him some credit. Finding another head coach and finding a um finding skill position players as well. Gotta give him credit. Gotta give him credit.
Yep.
He might be GM of the year.
Right, he plan working out right now. Yeah, I think he's the only GM who make them bold moves right now that working out right now.
Hell, he playing working out. You
For the
draft,
beginning of
you
the season.
draft Jordan Davis, who's looking like a player. You traded for AJ Brown to add to your weapons. You brought in Hassan Riddick. You traded for Robert Quinn. I mean, gotta give our offensive line coach some credit too because Jordan Mailata was a seventh round draft pick out of he was a rugby player out of Australia. No one thought that he would have been. I mean, his size, yes, his size and his mass, but who would have thought that he would have been on? Who he would have turned out to be a type of the type of all pro left tackle. You know what I mean? Lane Johnson, of course, you know who he is. You know who Jason Kelsey is. I mean, Landon Dickerson again. That was another great draft pick, but um, Jeff Stoutland got this offensive line playing great. Best offensive line football right now. You can see. So sky's the limit for this team.
Right.
I could be watching a Super Bowl this year. I'm watching a World Series. I could be watching a Super Bowl. Life can't get better, boy. You gotta love sports. Shrina might be buying me two jerseys this year. Ching.
You hold your hat. You hold your horses. You see.
Ching.
You hold your hat. You
Cash
suave.
register opening up. Ching.
You suave yourself. Suave yourself. All right, so we are going to Philly. We know that. Uh, week 9 is about to start in 2 days, but we did say that we expected it to be an active trade deadline, and it didn't disappoint. I mean, we had all their deals, which was the McCaffrey and Robert Anderson deals, but we had some big deals. This today we had like we said, TJ Hawkinson going to the Vikings. What you guys? I know Shane ain't a fan of it, but I'm a fan of it. KG, you a fan of it?
I'm a fan of it. Adding more to the offense. I'm a fan of
I,
that.
I
I
know K,
mean,
I know Shane ain't the one too high on it from a
it's
team
it's,
perspective.
it's gonna be difficult to stop that team on offense. If Kurt Cousins plays within the offense, it's gonna be difficult to stop that team on offense. On defense, no. I mean, you have an old aging Patrick Peterson, and I forget who that kind of is, but I think that's the issue on that team. They have an okay defensive line. You have an okay safety in Harrison Smith, and solid linebackers. But I mean, we'll see.
Mm. We had Chase Claypool getting traded to the Bears. What you guys think about that?
That's a big trade.
That's a good move to help out Justin Fields.
Justin Fields, they gave up their second
Give
round
him,
pick,
give him,
not the one they got from the Ravens. They give
I think
they were
people wanted out of that team, wanted out of Pittsburgh as well too
yeah, he
because
did.
they had him
He
as a
did.
number 3 wide receiver playing in the
Yeah.
slot. Probably wants to be a number 1. So
Uh
He made number one at Chicago. He made number two.
could
well,
be a
at least
number.
he'll be starting because he'll be playing. It'll be
Yeah,
him
that's
down. It'll be him down El Money.
I think he better than Mooney.
I know. In thing it was Deontay Johnson, Pickens, and them other fellows. So
Hmm.
we also had William Jackson, a cornerback from the football team. What is Commanders from the
Come on,
Washington Commanders going to the Steelers? What you guys thought about that?
Steelers need as from the Eagles game, you can see that they need cornerback help. I mean, the only solid defensive back they have out there is Minka Fitzpatrick. So
And he's a safety. He will a cornerback.
exactly,
Then we had a big one, Bradley Chubb going to the Dolphins for Shane first round pick that the Dolphins got. What you guys think about that one?
huge move,
That's a huge move.
huge move.
Chubb is what, 2024?
He young,
He's
right?
young.
Yeah,
That's like
he's a young one.
I'm surprised that the Broncos trade Chubb.
You got two solid corners out there in Xavier. Is how what he did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Howard and
Byron Jones.
Brian Jones. I mean, he not better than having a pass rusher.
I think the Denver just crippled. I think Denver just crippled himself too.
We'll see.
I think Denver, he was one of the X factors. I think we watching a game all the way up. I think it was me, you, KG, and I was like, why them wait so long to turn on Chubb? And when them turn on Chubb, the whole game turn. They don't have another pass rusher. They really don't.
Well,
So,
they said that they're okay on pass rush. Remember,
Yeah.
they got Randy Gregory, but I think he injured.
uh huh.
And then they got some dude there that are very high, and I can't remember. He play against the He rough up the Jaguars lineman there. I can't. I begin with a
Again,
K.
him. Yeah.
Can't remember his name, but they hire on him because they want him to get more playing time. So,
Higher than Chubb.
well, they ain't gonna pay chops. That's the problem. If you ain't gonna pay him, you may as well get something free. So if you ain't plan to pay him what he want, get something free, and they get a first round pick for him. So I assume they ain't had none because remember they traded their own to the Seahawks.
Hmm.
So at least they got back a first round pick, even though it's gonna be low. They got back one.
This
I know. I know Chase Edmonds went back. The running back, he's gone to Denver, so he'll be the one-two punch with Melvin Gordon. We talked about Shane's Jeff Wilson going to the Dolphins. Another move there was Calvin Ridley, even though he's suspended, got traded to the Jaguars. I think that could play out for the Jaguars real good when he comes
Next
back
year.
next year.
Hmm.
That'll be really, really good. But that's his final year, the contract, which is like 11 million. I know Naeem Hines from the Colts, he's gone to the Bills for Zach Moss.
I ain't a big fan of that, but yeah.
Well, he's
They
he's a pass catching one.
right, but that ain't what you needed. You needed a runner. You don't need another pass catcher.
They
You
should
need,
have.
you need a running
Uh,
back. That's what they need to be complete. They had need a running back. They should have gone for a running back, a strong, actual running back.
we'll see what they do in the off season because they'll have a lot of people to pick from. You get I don't know who Rashad Fenton went to the Falcons. Who I know that name from somewhere. I don't who the hell
Quibi.
is Rashad Fenton? I hear that name somewhere. I just can't put it together. And a safety from the Falcons, Dean Marlowe went to the Bills. He was on the Bills. So other news, Reed was sentenced to 3 years in prison for the DWI, a plea deal for a crash that injured a 5-year-old girl.
Wow.
So he's sentenced to 2 years in prison. But as me and Shane was saying on Saturday, we we knew it was gonna have some people, some trades. We didn't know how much, but we knew it was. They just had a report that the Cowboys were really pursuing hard for Brandon Cooks, but they could never get the deal done. So
It's gonna be hard to trade with the Texans. Texans gonna want real profit.
Draft capital. Yeah.
Mhm.
But he's
but
pissed off now. So
yeah, he's angry. He was expected to be traded. He had
right.
expected to.
Well, he
The,
got and he asked this game. Hold on.
the crazy thing about it is like the Texans already got two first rounds. I remember they got Cleveland pick two,
Hmm.
Yep.
and they got they line up to do it. They got a lot of teams got two first round picks this upcoming draft too.
A lot.
Yeah, the Seahawks, you got Texans, you got, but you got more. I don't think I got more than that. Cause people make big trades, so mm,
The
let's see what
Lions too, right?
happens. I think so. I think people got a lot of things. The Bears, I sure the Bears got a thing with Khalil Mack or something like
Yeah.
that too. So they got people got to make a move. I think the Bears line up good because the Bears they get wide receiver that they ain't had to draft. They get Claypool. They got 100 million in cap space this year. And they got two first round picks, two second round. Well, they give up a second round pick, two first rounds and a second. They line up to if they spend the money wisely, they could do some big things this year. And it's not like the division. The Packers suck. The
Yeah, no,
Vikings is the Vikings, and then
the Lions are who they are. So
exactly. So what? The trade deadline is over. Let's see what happens now as we make the push now into the second half of the season, week 9. That's gonna be like I said. Shane's team is getting a little break, and then we'll get healthy, and then KG will play on Thursday, and then all the poor media left us. So we better win because I can't have you here chatting on Sunday about my game only. I can't be here chatting about my game. Well, if you beat up them thing, then yeah, we could talk about it. But you can't be here talking
I had to win. 'Cause I can't listen to you give trash bag of the week again to the cat.
about it.
Like,
No. If the
guy,
game
eight now, we still I got to deal with this. Like, I don't know.
if the game is a good game, I'm not going to chat. But lad,
The kicker deserve that
the
shit.
kicker deserve it. We know that. We know that. The kicker she know it too. So he
You
ain't gonna
you
say
you
that.
don't you ain't got nobody to tackle. You ain't got the throw no ball.
Well,
You
I
got
can understand if it had a blizzard. It's in a dome.
and I don't with no win, no
So you
win,
shank it left twice.
no win.
Then really say you gotta find a good kicker because these games are come down to kickers, So you imagine Shane come there and he say goal is goal and then goal just shank it left and he turn from goal to silver to bronze.
I mash up
Shane
something.
adva-
Mash up something. Get mash up.
exactly. That's how I feel. I had a chance to be in first. It maybe wasn't even the right first place for me to be, but I had a chance to say the Panthers were in first. If we could win this game here and then we got Thursday night next week. So KG got Thursday night this week, we got Thursday night next week.
Hmm.
If we could win these next two, I could tell Shane I get me back up there. But we'll see.
We're playing on the Thursday night praying thing.
The Falcons again.
All thing.
So if we could win these two, you never know what can happen.
That's true.
So, but one day at a time, the Bengals didn't look good at all. In that Monday night, let's hope they carry that stench over to we. Because you got the Falcons playing the Chargers. Let's hope if the Chargers win there, who else by? The Buccaneers playing the Rams. The Rams should beat the Buccaneers. And the Saints playing the Ravens. So if all three of them lose, we win, be back and forth.
Oh, what an ass.
He said back and forth with him.
Like we in first place all the time. You know I root with my Panthers. You know I love my Panthers, so I'll always be with them for the long haul. But you know how it is. Next show is on Saturday. By Saturday we'll have watch K we would have watched KG's game.
Hmm.
Um and any other news that comes up. We don't have much news now. It's just the games that's on there. What you got now? Right now, what you that have? It ain't like they say like baseball, so you go on waivers and them kind of stuff like different.
Uh,
It's just free agents. You still got that Odell Beckham watch, but I still think he a couple of weeks away.
closer
So
to
I think they said the Giants are looking into
Watson
him.
back. I think we got 2 more
Yeah.
weeks.
it's two.
He come back week 11.
So are you
Ain't-
sure?
It's week 11, right? 11.
I can't remember.
I
I'll
think
check
it's,
it. But
I think it's 11 games.
it around there. Yeah, it's around there.
But I don't know if they want to take out Brissett and bring in Deshaun or leave
They
Deshaun.
have to.
They have to. Why not? That team ain't going nowhere right now.
They have to.
That team ain't going nowhere. So you might as well leave him
Remember,
leave.
he's the one you pay 40,
Yeah.
200 something million guaranteed, whether or not you got to play.
Let him come in, get in the game shape. You know what I mean? Cause he ain't playing
Yeah,
what 2 years or no?
Yep.
yeah, he got to play. He have to play.
Let him play. Let him get the wrinkles out, and after next year, you push forward. That'll
So,
keep that would have Bronx traded for him. It wasn't for this year. It was for next year and for future years.
so we'll see what happens.
Everybody's saying this and that. But when he win a Super Bowl, he lead them to some big player victories. Everybody forget about what he do.
But I
Right.
think the Browns prepping this big signing, this big move for next year.
Yeah, for next year.
Yeah, they're prepping this for next year and they're going all in hard.
Yeah,
So
let him come in, play the rest couple of weeks, get all the wrinkles out, and go into training camp next year, start a season, and then after gone forward.
and then gone like that. So
Yeah.
all right, so I think that's it from my side. I don't know if you guys got anything else you want to share.
I'm good. I'm relaxing this week. Be chilling on the couch, drinking my lemonade, watching the IU.
Keep rolling, rolling, rolling.
We're gonna watch Jizzle's Eagles take on the Texans on Thursday, and then we'll be back on Saturday. It'll be 8 o'clock still because the time will change on Sunday. Then time changes Sunday morning.
It'll still be 8 o'clock first corner.
Hmm.
What I was trying to say is that you may or may not have me. It's a toss up right now because I'm in the Caribbean and the time changing, and that means it's an hour late. I could barely stay up now at the 8 o'clock show. Imagine a 9 o'clock show for me. So we'll have to see. But be sure to always check us out on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. You guys can always like and subscribe our page. And if you, like I said, if you ever want to come and talk some football with us, anyone, reach out to us on Facebook or Instagram, and we can send us your email address, and then you can talk some football with us. Any team, any day. We'd love to have you guys, but just keep liking, subscribing our page, and we'll always be here to give you some content and some football talk as usual as we head into the second half of the NFL season. Will you have the will we have the Eagles go all the way undefeated? Will we have the 49ers take control of the NFC West, or will we have the Panthers regain ground in this NFC South? We just gotta wait and see. 1 week at a time. Shane got the boy, KG got the Thursday night, I got the Sunday day. That's what it is this week. So I'm all good with that.
Hmm.
All right, so we see y'all on Saturday with all picks and KG's results. Peace
Yep.
out.